Hi, welcome to the Jimy Show, where we talk about the keys to unlock God's visions and dreams for your life. Everything for you to succeed and shine on social media as a Christian artist and creator. I'm your host, bilingual artist and business owner. Well, welcome to the Jimy Show. As you know, sorry if you hear a little bit of noise. That's normal. My roommate is downstairs and he's like working. But anyways, we're gonna talk about how to prevent burnout when working from home as an artist today. Um, because I think it's really important, especially like the keyword here is like the keywords, if I can say, is like burnout, but also like working from home and also artist. Cause I gonna tell like a story. God told me to stop doing social media and anything in 2000, that was probably in 2018, at the end of 2017 to February of 2018, and I think it was like during 4 or 5 months. He told me to stop literally everything that I was doing, and I was like already in my business in a sense of I had like multiple account managing accounts. I was like having 3K followings in 3 months on one account that I was managing for potential clients. Also, I was featuring blogs such as Preview App, which has like, I don't know, maybe 300K on followings on Instagram now. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I was doing well visually, if I can say, but not mentally. And God told me to stop for a moment, and that was really beneficial for me. Uh, but I've learned things that I want you to be aware of for you not to be in this situation. But just know, first of all, if you have to stop for a moment, it's fine. I was so scared that I would lose followers because I will stop, and I literally stopped for like 5 months. I was so scared that I will also not being able to regain those followers, or like that I will break the pattern of like the habits that I've made as an artist and stuff. But that was so not true. That is such a pressure you put on yourself for nothing. Because actually, yes, indeed, I've lost a couple of followers, but those followers weren't people that truly followed me for what I was doing and for who I was actually, and for who I was. That was just bots and stupid people that was just following me for nothing. And the people that stay was like, oh my God, I'm so happy because that was so. I remember this person told me, oh my God, that was so weird not to have your daily stories, because like I was publishing stories daily and still I kind of do that. But yeah, anyway, let's just go into it. That was just wanted to point that out first. If you have to rest for a moment, it's fine. You are gonna be fine. Because all that matter also is like, I want to say that we put so much pressure on everything that we do that we forget that actually we have the grace of God, and actually also divine directions from God. And like without the divine directions and without the grace of God, your work is meant to, like, I won't say dust, but if God doesn't help you at some point, like, you will not go far because your body cannot take all the pressure for everything. Like, if God is not with you, like, there's a lot of things against you, and when God is with you, there's a lot of things that can't be against you, because when God is for you, who can be against you? And when you think this way, you kind of stop putting pressure on the work that you do and stop putting the trust in what God is doing. Also, you keep working, but like, you don't burnout, like what we're going to talk about. Just want to point that out. I'm just like speaking from what the Holy Spirit is telling me. I usually don't take notes, but this time I took notes, and as usual, like, I don't take notes and I just coach you like I will coach someone that is in my coaching programs. By the way, I just have a new clients that I'm helping in social media marketing, which is so fucking cool and fun. But yeah, let's just move on to something else. Sorry, the phone rang. Yeah, let's continue. First, I want to point things you can do to not burn out as an artist when you work from home. The first thing you need to do is do other activities than your passion. We all know that we love so much what we're doing. For example, I'm a rapper, producer. I love to produce music and I love to just songwrite. That's the main thing. I just write songs since I'm 4. And so it's been a while, and I sing since I'm 4. So I love to do that, but the problem with that is like I just do only that and only that. People love to disturb us today. Anyways, what I was saying is like to do other activities than your passion because, yeah, we love to just focus on things that we love. But when we only do that, at some point the passion doesn't go away. But like, how to say that? Like you start to feel tired. You start to feel a pressure on yourself to work. Like it starts to be a work, but in a bad way. I don't know how to tell that. Like I know when I feel like I have to produce something, and I know when I work from a place of I love to produce something because I know that when I put my pressure on myself to in an unhealthy way to work as an artist, like I don't produce good content at all. So do other activities than your passion out, and the keyword here is out. Like my loved one, like just I went, for example, today I decided to do kayaking. Like I will go out in like almost 30 minutes, 1 hour. Oh, I still have 2 episodes to film, but anyways, I will go out and I will do kayaking, but I will go out and do something that I will enjoy, not necessarily that is my passion, but I know that I would enjoy. Um, and that will make me think about something else and still enjoy. And the keyword here is going out. Because when you stay in your room, especially as producers, we like to be like all night sometimes in our rooms, and like we forget that our body needs fresh air, our body needs interaction with social being, because we're social being and we have to interact with others. So yeah, I will just move on to the second point because I don't want that episode to be too long for you. I love when you tag me in your stories. So if you're listening to those episodes, please tag me in your stories and tell me which episode you're listening to and what you loved about this episode. Anyways, second point is like, oh, I don't know which point we are because I'm just speaking from my heart, but to plan in advance to rest. Because I wish I used to have this mindset that I couldn't plan in advance because I will never know what will happen in between. I don't know if I ever made an episode about that, but I should if I haven't. Um, Made an episode about like just planning out things and batching contents because when you batch contents, like some I used to, I don't do that anymore. I just do about like 1 week to 2 to 3 weeks, depending on if I have releases or not. But I like to plan my content in advance, but I used to plan 1 month to 2 months in advance sometimes. And you will think that the problem with that is that you don't know will happen in the middle of the month and wipe away your problem. But the thing is, when you have already a base to know where you're going. If there's something that needs to be changed in the middle of the plan, you'll be able to change that. But if you have to every single day think about what you will have to produce from home as an artist, you will burn out. For example, I've planned like 50, I had 50 drafts on TikTok that was for building awareness for Jimy and also for promotion because I knew like I just knew I felt in my core that I had to produce content because I was in the mood to do that, and also because I had to move because I needed to move out and I had to move in, and I was so tired. I didn't have any time to post, but at least I was still consistent because I have those 50 drafts in my draft of TikTok, and I could produce and publish every single day still because I planned in advance, and I could rest because I had to rest because that was really stressful and stuff. But anyways, that's another subject. The last one that I will have to point out how to prevent burnout when working from home as an artist is like to recharge with God. Like this podcast is also about unlocking God's vision for your life, and we know that there's a part of like spirituality, but more than that, about being connected to divine, being connected to God. That we have as Christians, even though I don't really like this word, I just like to say child of God. As children of God, we have this we need to be connected to God because when we're not connected, it's like people love to give this idea, but I will give that to you too. It's like a phone. Like we get so anxious when we forget to charge our phone at night and we see in the morning. So we charge, usually most people charge their phone when at night. So in the morning they can go through their days easily. But as Christians, and even if I don't like this word, as children of God, we just go throughout our days without recharging with God, and don't put pressure on this, but I probably need to make an episode on that. I will just write it down, make an episode to go more in detail on that. But to recharge with God is super easy. What I love to do is, for example, in the morning I listen to podcast episodes to preacher that I love, that I know will encourage me based on the title and based on on what the Holy Spirit is telling me to listen to. You can have quiet time if you have more time. You can worship. You can talk to God. What I love to do lately is to go out in the morning and go near the nature and just talk to God for 1 hour. Like I just walk toward my favorite point and I come back. It takes a lot of time for me, but I need those 1 hour with God. Some other people can do like 5 minute walk in the nature and talk to God. That's a thing you can do to recharge. So to get back to the points to finish and wrap this episode is that first of all, if you have to rest, because I've been resting for 5 months in 2017 to 2018, and that was fine for me. And actually, I gained more from that. I was so much more productive, and I had so much more to give to my songs, and that's how I went to this music school. That's how I produced my EP. That's how I produced my album, because I had so much more to give after this rest period. The first thing was like to do other activities than your passion out, because you have to, honey. Like if you just keep doing the only thing that you love and you forget to just go out and have social interaction and to do other things than just being in your house, you will burn out. Second, or maybe not, but most of us do. Second, plan in advance to rest. I gave you this example of the 50 drafts that I have had for TikTok, and I could rest because I was moving in, and yeah, that was a lot of work to do. And third was to recharge with God, and it's so simple to do. You can do it with simple things throughout your days. Hope this episode was helpful. Like I say, you can tag me on your stories at Jimy is coaching. If you would like to be coached by me, you can send me an email at contact@bgjimy.com. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Love you. Bye.
If you want to help support the podcast, you can donate at paypal.me/bgjimy, link in the description of the podcast. If you want to be coached by me, you can contact me at contact@bgjimy.com or on Instagram. Finally, if you want to help for free, just share this podcast with a friend. Thank you for listening.